I'm here to show support, particularly to my son, but actually to gain support. These are my friends. John is, he's home. He's home literally today. He first went to war in 2009, Afghanistan, and again in 2011, and this time undisclosed. And this was a 6-month deployment, and we've had very little contact, so I am going to get a phone call today.
Well, I have a son who will be graduating soon from West Point, so he will then be active duty serving, and while he was going to school, we wanted to be able to support those that have gone before him, and it was very important to us to support those who were serving, and so that's why we've chosen to do this. My son's name is Luke, and he will graduate on May 28th with a degree in civil engineering. He will branch engineers, and his first post will be Fort Hood, Texas.
Well, the reason why I came here is I was looking for a support group, really. When my son went to boot camp, we left our home state, and so everything was brand new. And I must say that I cried every time in the car on the way up here because I was just so overwhelmed with the love that everybody has here to give to our troops. And that was so encouraging to me as a mom to know there's other people out there supporting our guys because we need that. This was my son's first deployment, and I was glad I had the support group, and I'm thankful for technology. And so, and I just am so thankful he had lots of prayer covering, and there were no casualties due to war for his unit coming home. There's more to it than just the sending the packages out. I mean, they do so much, and they have so many different areas of where they're helping, and they do the one fundraiser a year for the Rockin' with the Troops, and it's just amazing. It started in a mom's garage to send packages to her son, and it's grown to this. It's just amazing. It's amazing, and so many guys are touched, and girls.
In 2009, it was all about the boxes for me. But it has branched into more now. There's Wounded Warrior support. There's family of deployed support, especially when there's young children. There's Fisher House, which supports families when you have wounded warriors. There's tremendous support for Gold Star families. Gold Star families have lost a loved one. And we look for all these ways to help because the people that have been here for these many years are all in those categories now. And I'm lucky. My son is coming home. There's a lot of people I've seen here where that's not the case.
It's very scary.
She's got 2.
Yeah, my younger one's a daughter, and she's also involved in Army ROTC at her college. So, but I'm very proud of what my children have chosen to do, and we try to do what we can. My husband and I are runners, slow, oblique, but we've run in the 5K for the Wounded Warriors the last couple of years. So we try to do what we can, and it's just nice that there's other people when you come that are supportive of the troops, because you don't get that out in the general. I don't work with, I don't think, anybody that has a child in the military.
There's not a lot of people you can talk about it with.
Yeah, so it's hard.
Because you don't know what the reaction's going to be,
right.
and they don't get it.
Right, they don't get it. Right.
There's still a lot of young people. Our best and our brightest are still over there in many countries. And people don't really realize. They see the drawdown. They see the media covering it less and less. They see what they consider an end to conflict, and they don't realize it is just as bad out there for those that are deployed as it's ever been. In fact, in some cases, it's worse.
Yeah, and just being able to provide just like basic needs to them, like toothpaste and shampoo is huge to them. I tell people all the time about this place. I don't know anybody who really lives in the area, but I'm always bragging.
One thing we get is we get an email twice a week from Operation Support Our Troops once you become a member, and on occasion there's a letter that basically just brings tears to your eyes. And of course I filter all the email. My husband doesn't like to be on the email list, but every once in a while I have to send him one that says this is a must read. And it just sometimes just rocks you when you see girls and guys that a lot of times can't be much older than 18, 19, 20 years old, smiles on their face because it's a box of Girl Scout cookies. And that gives them a touch of the U.S. and a touch of home. And I think what makes it meaningful is they got people besides maybe their parents or their family supporting them. And then I still remember the first time we came through, you have to do an orientation. And somebody spoke and they said, well, the other reason why they send boxes is there's troops out there whose families don't have the money to send them a care package. Well, that blew me away because, of course, if it was my son, I'm sure he'll, it wouldn't be a problem for us to send him a package every few weeks. But when you realize that, you go, that's just as important to be here than for anything.
And for the guys that don't have families,
Right.
This may be the only package they get.
Right.
And just them knowing that they're not forgotten, I think is huge.
They especially love the letters from the children.
Yes, they do.
Oh my
They
goodness.
love that.
They, my son's unit, they would stick them up all around
Yep.
their little cots and stuff.
Yeah.